This video is part of the adult education series on reading. It covers determining the theme in literary texts. Pay close attention, take notes, and be ready to answer some questions at the end.
When Maya first read The Tortoise and the Hare in her adult education class, she thought it was just a story about a slow turtle and an overconfident rabbit. But when her teacher asked, "What's the theme?" she hesitated. She could summarize what happened, the race, the teasing, the surprise ending, but she didn't know how to find what the story meant. Many readers have the same experience. Finding the theme of a literary passage isn't about repeating what happened. It's about uncovering the author's message, the deeper truth or life lesson beneath the plot. Determining a theme requires looking closely at the story's characters, conflicts, and outcomes, and asking how they work together to reveal a universal idea about life. Step 1. Understand what theme really means. A theme is not a single word like love or friendship. Those are topics. A theme is what the author is saying about that topic. For example, if the topic is friendship, the theme might be true friendship survives difficult times, or some friendships can become toxic. A theme makes a statement. It expresses an opinion or observation about human nature. Readers often confuse theme with main idea, but they are not quite the same. The main idea tells what the passage is mostly about. It's specific to that story. The theme expresses a general truth that applies beyond the story. For example, the main idea of The Tortoise and Hare might be a slow but steady tortoise wins a race against a fast but careless hare. The theme, however, is more universal. Consistency and determination are more valuable than arrogance and speed. This distinction helps readers move from retelling events to interpreting meaning. Step 2. Look for repeated ideas and patterns. Authors often reveal themes through repetition. Certain words, images, or actions appear more than once to draw attention to a central message. When Maya reread The Tortoise and the Hare, she noticed that the hare kept laughing, boasting, and stopping to nap, while the tortoise kept moving slowly forward. The repetition of those behaviors wasn't accidental. It showed the contrast between pride and perseverance. That contrast led to the theme. Readers can practice this skill by keeping a theme tracker while reading. Each time a character learns a lesson, faces a challenge, or changes perspective, the reader can jot down what that moment might be showing about life. For example, if a story shows a character lying and losing trust, the reader might note, dishonesty leads to consequences. When the same lesson appears again later, it's a clue that the idea might be central to the theme. Repetition, both in plot and in language, acts like a flashlight pointing to the author's message. Step 3. Examine the characters and their choices. Characters are the author's tools for expressing meaning. Their struggles, mistakes, and growth often reveal the story's deeper message. A good question to ask is, what does the main character learn by the end of the story? If a character learns to forgive, the theme may involve forgiveness. If a character loses something because of greed, the theme might warn against selfishness. For example, in A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, Ebenezer Scrooge begins as a bitter, greedy man who cares only for money. By the end, after encountering the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future, he learns the value of kindness and generosity. Dickens doesn't come out and say, "Be kind to others," but readers infer that message from Scrooge's transformation. The theme could be stated as compassion and generosity bring true happiness. When determining a theme, it helps to summarize the character's journey in one sentence, then turn that sentence into a general lesson. If your summary says, Scrooge learns that wealth doesn't bring joy, the theme might be, true joy comes from giving, not having. Step 4. Pay attention to the conflict and the resolution. Every story contains some kind of conflict, a problem or struggle that drives the plot. Whether it's man versus man versus nature, or man versus self, the way that conflict is resolved often reveals the theme. If the main character overcomes fear, the theme might be about courage. If a character fails because of pride, the theme could warn against arrogance. The resolution shows what the author believes about the central struggle. In The Tortoise and the Hare, the conflict centers on the hare's overconfidence and the tortoise's persistence. The resolution, the tortoise's victory, clearly supports the theme that persistence pays off. Readers can use a simple formula: conflict plus resolution equals theme. If the story shows that kindness overcomes cruelty or that honesty saves the day, those outcomes point directly to the author's message. Step 5. Identify universal truths. The theme should be something that applies beyond the story itself. If the statement only fits the characters in one specific story, it's too narrow. Instead, ask, could this lesson apply to people in real life? For example, the theme a hardworking student passes her math test is too specific. But hard work leads to success is universal. Good themes express truths that readers can connect to their own experiences: love, courage, jealousy, hope, or forgiveness. They help readers see that literature is not just entertainment, but a mirror of life. The more a theme resonates beyond the story, the stronger it is. Step 6. Check your evidence. When you think you've found the theme, go back to the text and find evidence that supports your conclusion. Look for dialogue, narration, or events that reinforce your interpretation. For example, if you believe the theme of the tortoise and hare is slow and steady wins the race, you can point to the tortoise's consistent movement and the hare's careless attitude as proof. This step ensures that your theme isn't just a guess. A well-supported theme statement connects directly to what the author actually wrote. Being able to point to textual evidence strengthens your understanding and your ability to explain your reasoning clearly. Step 7. State the theme in a complete sentence. Finally, express the theme as a clear, complete statement. Avoid single words or cliches. Instead, form a sentence that captures the author's message. For instance, not theme, honesty. Not theme, being honest is good. Clear theme, honesty builds trust and prevents future problems. A complete sentence shows that you understand not just the topic, but the author's perspective about it. It also helps you write stronger literary responses and essays because you can explain how and why the theme appears in the text. Let's check for understanding. Carefully read the following questions, pause the video, determine the best answer for each, and then restart the video to check your answer. Which statement best describes the theme of a literary passage? The theme is the central message or insight the author wants to communicate. The theme is the main character in the story. The theme is the setting where the story takes place. The theme is the sequence of events in the plot. The correct response is, the theme is the central message or insight the author wants to communicate. How is a theme typically expressed in literature? A theme is the name of the main character. A theme is always a single word. A theme is a summary of the plot. A theme is usually expressed as a complete sentence about life or human nature. The correct response is, a theme is usually expressed as a complete sentence about life or human nature. What is one effective strategy for identifying the theme of a literary passage? By counting the number of characters in the story. By identifying the author's favorite character. By analyzing the main conflict and how it is resolved. By listing all the events in chronological order. The correct response is, by analyzing the main conflict and how it is resolved. How does the subject of a story differ from its theme? The subject and theme are always the same. The subject is what the story is about, while the theme is what the author says about that subject. The subject is a complete sentence, and the theme is a single word. The theme is only found in the title, while the subject is in the plot. The correct response is, the subject is what the story is about, while the theme is what the author says about that subject. Conclusion: reading beyond the words. By the time Maya finished her second reading of The Tortoise and the Hare, she no longer saw it as a simple fable. She saw it as a reflection of real life, where effort, patience, and humility often outlast talent and pride. Determining the theme of a literary passage means reading beyond the surface, finding meaning in the choices characters make and the lessons they learn. Every story, from classic fables to modern novels, invites readers to uncover something true about human nature. Once you know how to look, by examining repetition, character growth, conflict, and resolution, you can uncover the hidden message in any story. And that's the real magic of reading, discovering that every piece of literature, no matter how simple, has something important to say about life itself. This has been a production of D&J Designs and Mathman 1962. If you like this video, click on the thumbs up. If you want to be notified when new videos are posted, click the bell. And if you want to see more videos like this one, click on the subscribe button.